Welcome to Brother Talk TV. This is your man, Brother Matt Feet.
Yeah, I'm Lou.
Jay Millie, man.
We got a guest here today. We got Chris CrunchTime Thompson here. Tell us a little about yourself, Chris.
What's good, y'all? I'm Chris CrunchTime Thompson. So I've been boxing for probably more than 20 years. Head coach over CrunchTime for the youth. Just trying to change the narrative of the city.
Heck yeah, hell yeah. So the question we got for you is, we know you got a fight coming up. How do you feel prepared for your fight? And are you gonna be fasting for your fight? Question is just the question. Are you gonna be fasting for your fight, or are you gonna just take that day off and not fast?
No, I'm a fast. I feel honestly, this is probably the best I feel. A lot of times I go into fights, I don't be 100%. I don't be 100% as far as physically, I'll be like at 60.
Mm-hmm.
But mentally, I'm at 100% right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm at 100% health wise. Mm-hmm. So I'm just ready to get back to my winning ways, and just do what I'm supposed to do.
So after the promoter offered you this fight for this, was you aware that it's gonna be during Ramadan?
Yep.
So what made you take the fight anyway?
Shoot, because I'm hungry and I need to get back. I was really tripping. Honestly, man, I think fasting has made me a little bit stronger, as far as in my my mind, and so I definitely will be ready for this fight and be at my best.
Okay, that's good. What makes you think? Because if you look at your track record, right? When you first started, it was knockouts left and right.
Yeah.
When they started Crunch Time, they didn't think the fight's going the whole distance.
Mm-hmm.
But after your first 9 bouts, your career kind of took a dip.
Yeah.
You took a dip and you lost 3 consecutively.
Yeah.
So what makes you feel like this fight here, the opponent you're facing, is going to be different from the other opponents you faced? And how do you think you're going to overcome some of those mental hurdles that you dealt with when you was in your previous fights, your previous losses, not necessarily the wins, because the wins, a lot of people, you found a way to get over that. But you wasn't able to find a way to overcome those things that became hardships.
Honestly, overall, this time I've just been putting myself first.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I've been running myself ragged for the past years, training kids, training everybody, just putting myself last.
Mm-hmm.
And not pouring into myself. So honestly, man, skill wise, I still don't think none of these. If I was to fight all them guys again, they wouldn't beat me.
Okay.
Because I'm now I'm putting myself first. I'm pouring into myself. I'm reading. I'm working out, eating way better. All of that. Like I said, I just took a dive, man, and not focused on myself, and that's what it was. You know me, I'm not gonna duck no red, so I just fight anyway.
So basically, you saying that it wasn't basically like a training or skills things that caused you to lose.
Nah.
It's basically you just not putting enough focus into yourself and focusing on the fight ahead.
Yeah, going through, man, shoot, family, everybody asks for stuff.
Yeah.
You been the main person that they ask stuff for, and it's just like, I tend to help a lot of people out, bro, and so, and I'll put myself in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I was doing, man. Like I said, I watch, man. I get pissed, bro. Watch them fight, because I'm like, nah, this ain't me, bro. You seen me at my best when I sparred all these guys, Amir Khan, Terrence Crawford. So and that's
Jared
what.
Anderson, big baby.
And that's what I ain't got trying to prove to nobody else. I'm gonna just prove this to myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go out and have probably 6 to 10 more fights and win them all.
Okay, so you as well as me, I know, and we see a lot of these fighters. They go out there, they have hard training sessions, hard sparring sessions, really, what they call sparring wars, and then you also know the sparring champion compared to actually winning these regular fights.
Yeah.
Because some of these people, they train hard, they leave it all in the gym, but when it's time to perform under the lights, they don't bring that same intensity, the same energy. Nothing. Like they look like a totally different person, like night and day.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes you feel, because like you said, you spar these big guys, these top contenders, champion, world champions, what makes you feel like you're not one of those guys that leave it in the gym and not take it to the big lights?
I'm gonna be honest too. Them lights, they are different. They hit different. You going into because all my fights, bro, I went to their hometown.
Yeah.
And so when you look around, oh, take your ass back to Kansas City. All that get to your mind, bro. And it's like when I look around, it's like, bro, nobody here.
Yeah.
So it's just all those things get to me. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna front and say it don't. And so it's just what I want to do. It ain't going in the ring.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. Like I said, I shouldn't let all those things get to me, but I'm only human.
Yeah.
So and, I try to block it out. But like I said, man, I'll be watching these fights. I do it almost every day, and I just be like, man, this ain't the Chris, bro, that I know that I can be. Like so.
So I mean, a lot of people.
So hold on, I don't want
to. Go ahead. No,
I was gonna say some before.
You got him coming back to back.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? He the boxer too, so he kind of passionate about these topics and subjects. But I was just gonna ask you before we start getting deep into the conversation about him right now. Let's take it back a little bit. Before you started boxing, what made you get into boxing? When did you start boxing? You know what I'm saying?
20 years.
Yeah. Honestly, man, honestly, bro. Some people know, some people don't. So what really why I started boxing, man. My stepdad. We gonna be real. I keep it real here. My dad, he molested my sister. So that was something. I was angry, bro, and I wanted to come back and honestly just whoop his ass. So I started. My mom told me to write a letter and why I want to go to the gym, and that was it.
So that's breaking news. I don't think I have heard this, and like I said, I've been around you since I was about what? Yeah. Greg about 6. I was about 6. So what? So when you said your mom had you write a letter, who was you writing a letter to? Was it to her? Was it to like?
I was writing a letter to her and just telling her why I want to box. What is it gonna help me do? And, stuff like that. So it was because I ain't gonna lie, bro. A lot of people don't know. I was angry.
Yeah.
And honestly, like now, if you know me, I like to fight.
Yeah.
I got a chip on my shoulder. Like it's just like if somebody you see us on a basketball court, somebody come to me, bro, I'll be ready to fight.
Yeah.
So that's what it be, man. Bro, that's what it be. I'd be ready, and I'd be having that chip on my shoulder. So, and I just had to really just let her know why would it help me and benefit me to box.
So yeah, sorry about leaving, but for everybody out there, it's Ramadan. We want to make sure we got something to drink when it's time to break fast. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
We wanted to make that clear.
So as you was leaving, he stated that the reason why he started boxing because his sister got molested by his stepdad.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So the question to you is that now that you have 2 daughters, what kind of intensity, what kind of chip did that bring to you to prevent your kids from going and dealing with that type of situation and that type of trauma?
Man, really, bro, it's just being the best father I can be, bro. That's my after boxing. That's before boxing, bro.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I can be there for them and make sure no crazy stuff happen like that. Be in their life because my first daughter I don't really get to see.
Yeah.
So and that's another thing that I deal with in the ring. Like people don't know. They like, Chris, what's wrong with you? Like I'm always smiling. You see me, I'm smiling.
Yeah.
But behind closed doors, I'll be pissed.
Yeah.
So if somebody, if we had these talks and I express myself and I tell them like that because what happened to my sister and me not able to see my daughter.
Yeah.
I'm around kids every day.
Yeah.
So it's just like me being around them kids, like it kind of helped me by dealing with my daughter.
Yeah. It makes sense. I mean, because it's always tough, especially when you're not in the same household. As any of your kids, whether it's 1, 2, whatever. And then especially when it's females, because when the mothers start talking to dudes and stuff like that, or other dudes, it's kind of difficult to dictate what goes on, dictate how the dude deals with your kid, especially because you're not there 24/7. Even if you did see her a lot of the time, you're still not there 24/7 and stuff like that. So I mean, I definitely can see how that is hard on you, especially because like I said, I got a daughter myself, so I know that's kind of difficult if I was put in that position. I mean, how that would be. But to pivot a little bit, you do have a fight coming up, like say on the 20th on Saturday, but prior to this, prior to you going to your fight there, you had a interview with another local Kansas City fighters that is 9-2.
19.
Yeah, 19-2. With a devastating 2 knockouts. So
that's the talk of the town.
That's right the talk now. Of the town right now. So what? Y'all both came up together, right? Y'all both around the same age. Y'all both came up together. I do know y'all used to spar a lot. You spar some of your fighters, some of your amateur fighters at one point. Where did the bad blood? Where did the animosity come from? Why he choose you? It's other fighters in Kansas City that y'all all grew up with, but why did he say Chris CrunchTime Thompson is not on my level?
Honestly, man, he barking up the wrong tree. Like he knows, honestly too. Like all right, everybody knows. Of course, I took them losses, so I think he can mess with me now because I lost. But he's not them fighters, and me and him, and this like, bro, he was at the Greg Center. He worked with me, so he know how I train. And honestly, bro, we only got to spar twice.
Yeah.
And both times we sparred, he didn't win a round. And so that's why I'm trying to figure out like why is he trying to call me out. But honestly, all you gotta do is put up the contract. I'm gonna fight him. I don't think he's gonna fight.
So you think that I seen a little bit of the interview that you did recently. So you think that all that interview and everything was just basically just to promote, just getting his name out there, building up the controversy, but you don't think he really gonna go through with signing a contract and getting in the ring with you?
Nah, we tried to fight twice, or probably 3 times. Every time that we tried to fight, he backed out. I never backed out. Like he had a guy. I don't know if y'all watched the interview.
Yeah, right? I watched.
So he on that phone, the dude was when we was talking to him, he like Skeeto. One guy was ready and the other one wasn't. The one that wasn't ready was Skeeto, and so he had a guy go get his promotional license, which was $10,000 to make the fight happen, which he bailed out. So I really don't think he's going to take that fight. I mean, if he do, it's murder season.
Well, you heard it here first. Take the fight.
So the thing is that, right? So like it's all controversies. Well, some people say it's your team that's not making the fight. Others would say it's his team. I mean, the city is really split in half.
Let's clear the air right now. So let's go ahead with this. Let's clear the air right now.
So since, as my brother stated here, let's clear the air right now. So you said, did your team offer the fight, or did his team offer the fight, and basically expecting you not to take it?
So I think one time he mentioned something about he hit up my promoter. My promoter didn't tell me nothing about it. Every time that I talked to Skeeto, it was me and him talking. It was times where I'm like, hey man, Skip, you ain't trying to fight. Meet me at my gym. We can go spar right now and turn the clock off. He dodged that.
That'd be a I must say that'd be a disjustice to the city of Kansas City and in Kansas, the state of Kansas also.
Everybody wants to see that fight. Man.
Okay, so as you know, and as I know, we know the people that can get the fight set up in Kansas City. Skeeto knows the people that can get the fight set up in Kansas City. As you know, they just had the fight Jorge Carlos and Isaac on all these Isaac Carlos, and all the other people. They were there. They had a fight last weekend, right, for Valentine's Day. So my thing is that his career is progressing. He turned pro like a year ago.
Yeah.
Right. He got 7-8 fights.
Yep.
He had maybe half of them in the city, half of them in the city or whatever the case be or whatever. So why aren't you guys on that card? Why can't you guys get on that card? And if I'm not mistaken, Christina, I think she's part of the Blue KC thing over the promotion for the professional fights. So why haven't you guys or your team, personally y'all or the team, hit her up and get this fight on there because I think that'll be a big fight because we got other fighters in Kansas City that turned pro that had astonishing amateur careers, and we can have the card stacked. And everybody gonna show up, not necessarily just for them, but just for y'all specifically. Y'all can have all cab drivers down there, but people will come out there and see people will come out there and see it. Because you think about it, you got Gervonta Davis, he have cab drivers, then it's him. The whole stadium is packed, right? The city of Kansas City, the Missouri, Kansas, whatever you want to call it, anybody in the near tri-state, even people from St. Joe, they will come out and they will show support and see that fight. So my thing is that neither one of you guys, because like I said, even though I trained in your camp, I'm very unbiased. I want to see the fight happen just like everybody else. I don't care who side is making the difference. My thing is that everybody wants to see the fight happen. The money cannot be a problem because all them ticket sales is going to sell. And everybody in Kansas City know it, whether they hate you or love you, hate him or love him, they know these going to be sell. So my thing is that if I hate somebody so much, me personally, get the fight over with. If I feel like I can beat you, and like I say, there was plenty of people that I same thing for me. I said, try to fight people, they turn it down. Everybody got 1,000 excuses. But you send it out there and then you make it public. So then therefore, all that wishy-washy stuff gonna go. So regardless if he's scared or not, either he gonna get pressured by the public or they gonna show he's really a coward. Because really, at the end of the day, the fight gotta be made.
Yeah, it gotta be made.
Y'all both old. No, listen.
No, in
boxing years, once you hit past like 28, 30, 28 is kind of your prime. When we get into the 30s, you're old. Right? Because your body, you've been pretty much training for 20, 30 years. Your body being broken down in training camps and getting in these fights and stuff like that. Whether you win or not, you break something, you hurt something, you get strains, you get knees and all this stuff like this. So you want to make sure y'all fighting before y'all fossils, right? Y'all don't want to be 40-year-olds in there throwing punches and stuff. Nobody want to watch that.
Or just to
still watch.
No, just to jump off that though too. At some point, the conversation is gonna be, oh, nobody gonna want to hear about it because it's like how many years I've been talking about this, going back and forth, who the better fighter. It's time to put that shit in work. And not necessarily you might be ready, but Skeeto, you got to be ready too, man. Hey, get in the ring, sign the contract, and get this going, man. Even if it ain't this year, next year, get it going, man.
Honestly, going back to what you said, so with the fights, like I like Christina, I like all of them. So with the fights, far as like ticket sales, so I fought on their card before. Like I sold a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
I didn't get none of that money.
So I thought it was like a 50-50 or something like that. Ain't that how the fighter? I mean, like I said, I'm no professional fighter, but when you coming up in the game, because I know you got to sell tickets to get the money. So how is that? Tell us how that breakdown works when you first coming up in the game as a professional. Tell us how that comes up. How does that break down for you?
Honestly, man, my first fights, I'd probably say, like I invested in my career, probably like more than like $20,000. Cause when you first start in your career, you gotta basically the guy I'm fighting. Say for instance, I'm fighting you. I gotta basically pay you. Okay. It's coming off the ticket sales. I'm paying for your purse, your hotel, and everything. Yeah. So like my first 9 fights. That's what I was getting. Then after all some of my money paid for them, I get the back end, which the back end probably be like $400.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really getting no money like that. And what I was going back and saying with Christina is I like what they doing, but I think me and Skeeto, our fight is bigger than being at the Harris Casino. Because honestly, man, if we really promote this right. And we can sell it out.
So my question to me, if y'all bigger than the Harris Casino, where would be your dream destination for that fight?
Shoot, honestly, man, I think we can have this mug at Javi. Javi Arena. Honestly, like I didn't want to speak nothing, but we got something in works.
Okay.
We looking at the Power and Light District. Where they be watching the Chiefs game.
Outside. Okay.
So, in the middle of it.
Yeah. So my guy that supposed to have the fight, the first time they got his promotion license, has a meeting with the Power and Light tomorrow. Okay. And so, like I'm saying, man, for me, if we can lock the fight in right now, it's gonna happen. Like I told him, I said, man, my main thing is I ain't got no hate for him. Like, cause I had love for him like he was a little brother. The hate is coming from him.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I don't turn down no smoke. So now he got to fight.
Yeah.
I don't, no matter where it's at. If we ain't fighting in the ring, we gonna fight in the street somewhere. Because he making it where it's just like, oh, he calling like, bro, you just want attention.
You gotta prove him wrong.
Yeah, like like you want attention. You know, you see him spar. Like everybody knows, like man, like I said in the interview, bro, he got a lot of YNs that support him that don't know boxing.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, he's a great promoter. I'm gonna say promoter.
Yeah, he's promoting himself. Like I don't take that. I'm looking at. I want y'all to look at me dead in my eyes. Excuse my language, but I'm gonna fuck him up, and then I'm gonna just leave it at that. Like when we fight, it's gonna be no mercy because he put this on himself. And like I said, I'm gonna make sure I'm pouring into myself, and I'm gonna be 100% ready. Because really, the person that lose, they might as well leave Kansas City.
For real though.
You might as well. And I ain't leaving. I got 2 months invested in this. I got
nobody is gonna let that go, bro. Whoever loses, nobody's gonna let that go.
They gonna see Skeeto. Hey, you got whooped by Chris. They see me, but like I said, it ain't happening. So I want Skeeto, like I told him, I want him to be at his best.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna be at my best. Like I told him, I said, I don't want you doing no coke, no smoking weed, no nothing. I don't know what he do, but I want you to be at your best. Cause I don't want to hear no excuses.
I would say at this point, ain't no excuse, like you said though. Whoever loses got to leave Kansas City. Damn near.
Might as well go.
Ain't no excuse.
To Kansas, so
you gotta go.
You go far away.
Like he was stating, just to kind of go back a little bit to the when you first started the professional boxing, and then you were saying like when you did fight on one of their cards, I think it was Blue KC or something like this. Did you said you didn't get the ticket sale? So how do it usually work? Like you said at first when you first started out, you put the money up front, you front your own end to basically demonstrate your skills to the public. To where it's now the promoters and stuff like that, they got the venue, they got to pay you to show up now. So when did that switch for you? And then once that did switch for you, what did those beginning switches look like? Because you got people right here that may be watching that might be turning pro soon, and they give them a little insight on how the pro game actually is. Because some of these promoters are scandalous. They lie to them and take the money. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm asking. So we, like I said, you teach the youth and stuff like that. You do got up and coming fighters that are pretty good and stuff like that. And if they continue on what they're supposed to be doing, they can potentially go pro and be very great at what they do. But what would you tell them when you first get started after your first 9 fights? You said then after that, that's when everything's switching. Now you don't have to front the money no more. Now the promoters and the venues paying you. What did that look like? What did that switch kind of look like?
I'm gonna be totally honest, man. If you coming up in boxing and this is something that you really want to do, man, you gotta sign with the right person. Because like you said, man, these promoters, I've probably been with like 3 promoters and they all the same. They janky promoters. Like they come up with their own number. Like for my last fight, I didn't even know he took 30% out of a purse, and I'm like,
that's crazy.
Do you see the dude I just fought?
Did he fight?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he didn't do no promotion. Really, I did it on my own. And it's like I said, man, he didn't even come to the fight. Like, what kind of promoter is that?
You see Eddie Hearns at every fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So honestly, man, like I said, man, just do the best you can. Try to do it on your own until you find somebody that's really there for you. Because, like I said, man, this is a dirty game, and like I got a lot of love for it. So, like I said, I would do it. I was doing it for free, but they take advantage of you because they see how much that I love the sport. So they took advantage of me. Every time I was supposed to get paid, it was always something. So like I said, like I ain't speaking bad about none of my old promoters or nothing, but they know they jiggy. So in Kansas City, just not the place for boxing anyway. Like it's not a big city for boxing. Like if you want to really turn into boxing, go to Philadelphia, Baltimore, Vegas, one of those big boxing cities.
Okay.